every single episode is going to be live.
Every town has a ghost story that's been passed down throughout the generations. But what if those legends are true? My job is to travel to these destinations, explore them, and figure out the mystery that lies within.
Hey everyone, happy Tuesday night. We are here with season 8, episode 3, and I'm at a very, very special to me location tonight. I just want to thank everyone that stuck with us this far through the season. I can't believe we are already midway through the season here. It's just amazing how time flies. And so, if you tuned in to the last 2 episodes, we were visiting some very interesting places that kind of fit into our season 8 theme, which is the life cycle. The first episode we started at historic Harriman Hospital. They're in Harriman, Tennessee, where basically life begins and life ends. That was, we had some really cool and interesting things that happened there. And then this past week, we had episode 2, and we were at in southeast Tennessee, there in Cleveland at the Cleveland Metal Foundry. And that was definitely a crazy episode where we got to do a little bit of urbex. We got to do some dowsing rod sessions, and we had a very unexpected scream that happened. It was pretty wild. We dissected it all last night on the Behind the Screams episode, and I can guarantee you that episode is not over. We still have some things to take care of on that one. But here we are in episode 3. Now, for this location, so like I said, we are doing the life cycle. And so what is a important space in the life cycle? That would be the home. Now, I don't want to disclose the specific location that I'm at for privacy reasons, but this is a family home. And it is actually a family. I have a close connection here. It is a family member's home of mine. And so I want to conduct some experiments tonight. And I think you guys can really help me out with this. I want to conduct some experiments to see if there is if having a connection, a specific connection to the location can play a part in an investigation. Now, last week got a little bit out of hand. I like to control my environment and my situation, and we were supposed to just be 2 people, and we ended up having a third person, and we had some interruptions during the investigation. But tonight, I'm 100% alone, and so for the first hour of the investigation, I'm going to be by myself. And then during the second hour, maybe an hour and a half in, we'll just have to see. Tiffany is driving up here, and she's going to help me because I want to see if being alone and having a familial connection to the location, to see if that if there's any activity based on that. And then when we add another person, because I know as we all talk about it, when people investigate as teams or do collaborations, we find it's really important that you know the people you're with, and that that can absolutely change the energy of a location, because you can feed off of each other, and the spiritual energy feeds off of each other as well. And so I want to see if that's going to change anything. But like I said, I am completely alone tonight. I am not. I'm sitting out here on the porch. So as I said, I'm not going to give away what my connection is. Now, if the spirits if they want to interact tonight. If the spirits do want to say who they are or give any information away, that's perfectly fine. I'll totally accept that, and we'll give them the opportunity to do that. Now, this location has only been investigated by me, and I've only investigated it just a couple times and it's been during the day. So there, obviously, like anywhere else, there's no guarantee. This place is not rumored to be haunted, but there's a couple things that I can tell you about this. So this house was built in the early 1930s. There were multifamilies that lived in this home up until, I believe, the 60s, late 60s. And so in the late 60s, a member of my family purchased this house. And I have had multiple members of my family that have lived in this house since that point in time. Again, this house has a very big connection to myself as well. Now, just to put it out there, those of you that watch my show, I do live in my grandparents' old farmhouse. This is not it. So I just want to put that out there. But I think we're going to have it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for me to ask questions that, and not give away whose house and that sort of thing. But I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We may actually even investigate a little bit on the property, because there are parts of this property that were important to the family as well. So I just want to say hello to everyone over here in the comments section. And let me just scroll over here. So bear with me, because I am working from a teeny tiny little screen. So we've got Miss Nancy Weems. It's always good to see you, my friend. We've got Bob Burnell on here. I just love seeing these familiar faces every week. It's so special that you all make it a point to tune in. Dee Dee, the dream interpreter from out in California. How are you doing? Sonia Thompson from The Walking Dead. We've got, let's see here. I'm still scrolling. We got a lot of people on here tonight. And Nancy says, so excited and wondering where we're going to be tonight. You know me, I love keeping things secret. And so I like being able to do that reveal. Daryl Paulette from Clover Hill Village. Kim Brady and James Brady from Spirit-Led Paranormal out there in South Carolina. We got Mr. Ronnie Anderson from Bedford Paranormal, and our good friend Dave Pilkey from up in Canada, one of our motorcycle buddies that came down and did one of our motorcycle rides. Let's see here. April Lau and my dear cousin Amanda. Thank you so much. Let's see here. We've got Darlene watching. Let's see. Oh, good. James says, I definitely sound loud and clear tonight. And I think that kind of plays a little bit in. Now, I did get an external microphone, but I did not have the correct thing to be able to plug it into my phone. Thank you, Bob Burnell, for sending that. I'm going to have that working by next week. So hopefully, now tonight is a much smaller location than the last 2 weeks. I mean, with Harriman Hospital, we were a full block in length, and with the Foundry last week, it was multiple buildings on 3 acres. So we're in a much, much smaller footprint tonight, which is going to allow us to do much better investigation. Let's see here. And I'm just scrolling along. We've got a lot of comments. Miss Beth Allen from Octagon Hall. Good evening, and thank you so much. Susan Purcell, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Brandon Cooper from Shaman Sundays out there in South Carolina. Of course, we've got D. Hoot from Texas on here. Wow, loving seeing everybody on here. All right, so we're not going to waste too much time on here. We will be doing, I will go ahead and put this out there, we will be doing the Behind the Screams for tonight's episode tomorrow night. Unless we get something crazy as far as evidence review, I'll be able to go over everything. I'm going to be in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, Thursday night through Saturday for Goblin Con. So we'll be we'll have to do the behind the screams either this week or next, and I'd love to be able to do it this Wednesday night, because I may try to go live on Thursday night from the night house while I'm up there in Hopkinsville. But anyways, all right. So let me turn this camera around right here. I'm going to go ahead and go in. I have done a little bit of pre-setup here. I've been here for about 2 hours before we went live. And so I've got the tripwire set up. I've got some flashlights set up. I've got a couple new pieces of equipment that we're going to play with. I do have motion lights set up. Again, this is a very small house. This was originally a cabin before it was turned into the house that it is today. So again, multiple years and multiple families in here. D Hoot asks if we're going to do the Estes method later. I would love to be able to do the Estes method, and I think we'll do it several different ways. We'll wait till Tiffany gets here at the house, and we'll see if we can do something kind of interesting with that. So let me go ahead and turn this camera around. I'm going to have to get some light here. And again, thank you guys so much for bearing with me on all of this. I'll just go ahead, turn this off. I've got the lights and everything off. I'm going to keep the doors open for now tonight. Back here, just to kind of get some breathing room in here. But as you can see, we've got the tripwire set up, one of them. I'm going to turn on a second tripwire here. And like I said, I'm not going to do a tour or anything, but I will just kind of show, as you can see, it is a small house. The tripwire is 36 feet, and this tripwire stretches from one end of the house to the other. And then we've got another room back in here, and I've got flashlights set up in each area of the house. I've got a flashlight set up over here in the corner where one of the couches used to sit, and one of the residents would always sit in this spot right over here. And then I've got a few trigger items spaced throughout. I have another flashlight set up in this corner, and it's on the couch where another resident would often sit. And then I have the flashlight set up. So as you go back toward the back is the kitchen, which was a very big place here in the house. And then, of course, in the center of the room. And then, of course, we're in the living room where the entertaining would take place. So I see, D Hoot, where you said it sure got quiet when I went. Oh, we got a flashlight down there at the end of the hall. Hello. So if you can hear my voice, can you make that flashlight light up real bright for me? Oh, you're going to turn it off, huh? Now, I see where you said it got quiet. Now, I want to make sure that my voice still sounds okay. I've got a recorder sitting up. I also have a static camera. We've got a lot of night noise outside, like crickets. Not car noise or anything like that. But if someone could just give me a thumbs up and let me know that my voice still sounds okay inside of here, that would help me out. All right. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yes, indeed. We do have a banjo over there. That was a banjo that belonged to one of my family members there. All right. So like I said, we've got kind of a crisscross tripwire going on there. I do want to set up a couple other tools right quick. This is what I'm really excited about using tonight. This is the APL. And the APL is a very interesting new tool that we've worked with some. Now, this is like the EDI Plus box. And it reads, I don't know if you can see it here. it reads temperature, humidity, pressure, and then it also will register if something touches it. And then this one right here will alarm if it has a motion sensor on the back, and it will alarm if something walks behind it. Now, what's cool about this tool is I did use it here inside of this house when I was investigating during the day, and sitting there, and this is the only time that I've been able to get this to go off. So with movement. So I'm really, really excited about this one because this is a new one. It's like the EDI Plus, but it's a data logger and it registers some really interesting things. So I'm actually going to go ahead and set this up, and I'm going to set it up with, whoops, as I move the tripwire, I'm going to set it up down here. There we go. So we'll just set it there on the ground, and then it'll go off. It'll alarm if something shakes it, if something moves, you should be able to hear that. So I'm really excited to debut this piece. We've not used it at any of the other locations, but I got it new for this season. So I'm really excited about that. People over here talking about the banjo. We're going to pull that out in a little bit, and a few other pieces of trigger items, and see if that does just like it says, triggers any type of activity. All right. Just kind of looking here. All right. Thanks, guys. Looking at the comments there. All right. So we've got that one. I'm going to I've got the Ovilus as well. I'm going to take the REM pod back here, and I'm going to put it, I've also got motion lights set up. Motion light came on. So I'm going to set the REM pod up just in case something wants to set that off a little bit later. Like I said, we've got motion lights if something tends to walk through. Now, nobody has lived in this house. It's been empty for, I think, about 8 years now. I've got grids. I've also got the mel meter. I always like to use that just to get a baseline. And this one will alarm if anything reacts on it. So there we go. So I'm just going to set it over here as well, and we'll see if anything reacts on it. All right, so I'm going to kind of get off to the side here. Okay, do you guys want a little ambient lighting? This is what I really like because, and yes, I've got the Ovilus. I'm not going to pull it out just yet, but okay. And if you all don't mind, please do like our friend D Hoot here, and put your questions in all caps so that I make sure that I don't miss you guys. So, okay. Yes, I do have the Ovilus tonight, and I'll be pulling that out here in just a little bit. I don't want to overwhelm them with a lot of tools just yet. Beth says, is there a room down the hallway to the left, or is it a closet? Yes. So the room in front of me right there, that one, the room there in front, it does have a bathroom off the side there. And as you go through the other door, there's actually a bedroom on that. That was actually kind of an important bedroom. And then over here to the left, there is 2 2 rooms that go on back that way. So, good question. And as D. Hoot says, you can pretty much monitor everything from one spot. That is helpful. I can't tell you how excited I've been about having the ability to be able to monitor everything from a small space after doing these 2 larger locations. So this is going to make it really, really nice. Okay, so Dee Dee says, have people passed away in the home? Yes. So there have been 2 people that I have record of that have passed in the house that were family members. Now, before before my family members got the house, I don't know from the 30s up to the 60s. I don't know if anyone passed in the house. It's very possible. We will ask. So we could be getting that type of activity, but great question. And an interesting thing to point out, one of the people who passed away, the anniversary of their passing is actually tomorrow. They passed 22 years ago tomorrow. So that was not planned. That was as far as doing the live, but that is kind of an interesting thing. I will do more ambient light if I need to. I don't want to have just there we go, sharp light or anything like that. But we will make sure, because I know some people like that. I personally like a little bit of light. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what happens. Okay. First question. All right. I'm gonna, before I officially ask the question, I'm just gonna go back. I've been here for about 2 hours now, but I'm gonna reintroduce myself just in case there's someone here that maybe doesn't remember me. You know me, I'm Miranda. You may know me by a different name. I'll give that here in a little bit, but I'm Miranda, and I don't have anything that's going to hurt you tonight. Just want to see if you want to talk to us. You all know what a lot of these items are. And I just want to see if you want to talk to us tonight. So I'm going to ask a question here, and you can answer it by touching any of the lights on the floor. I need to put a couple cat balls down too, but if you know who I am, can you either turn a light on or touch one of the lights on the floor? If you know who I am. Can you hear my voice? If you can hear my voice, feel free to touch one of the lights here in the house. Beth, I 100% agree with you. I think we tend to kind of get distracted by equipment sometimes, and less is definitely more. And that's why on these newer places, I like to kind of keep it simple. So, but I definitely agree with that. Now I do have a recorder going. I'll ask this question again later once I turn on the obelisk. But can you call out one of the names of my deceased relatives? Can you call out one of the name? Actually, can you call out one of the names of one of my relatives? Now there's a little red light there in the floor, and if you touch it, it makes a sound. Can you, if you can see color, can you touch that little red light? Excuse me. How about over here? We got another little tripwire over here. Sorry, I've got my phone plugged in. I seem to have a lot of battery drain when I came down here. And so I've got my phone plugged in. So, sorry, that was showing up there. If there's anyone back in this room back here to the back, can you touch one of those lights on the floor? Ah, we got some good questions here. Okay. Now we will turn, like I said, a couple of these that's asking for specific words. We'll probably try to do Spirit Box and do the obelisk to get some specific words. So I'm going to hold on a couple questions. All right. Did anyone in this family ever make moonshine? If anyone in this family, and actually, I think I'm going to shut this door right here just to kind of cut back on a little bit of the highway noise down there. I'm going to ask again. And you can let me know by touching one of those lights. Did anyone in this family ever make moonshine? I'm going to turn this flashlight off a minute. Okay, maybe you didn't make moonshine, but did you ever drink moonshine? Somebody's keeping secrets. If you ever drank moonshine, touch any of these lights inside the house. I have a still at the jail that says otherwise. All right. So, Dee Dee says, have people had paranormal experiences here? And what were they doing before it happened? So, I can't speak to any specific paranormal experiences here. And this is kind of why I wanted to do this location to see. I mean, it's not anywhere that has had any type of tragic past. It's not anywhere that I mean, of course, I don't, before my family, I don't know necessarily about the land, and I don't know about the people before my family. But so I'm not 100% sure if about that. However, you know, it's the fact that there was nothing tragic. I mean, it's all been happy memories. I just thought it'd be interesting to see. Now, like I said, I have captured a few things that I will play tomorrow night on the Behind the Screams. But who knows? It may end up being kind of a quiet night. But we'll try Estes. We may even try something with dowsing rods. But I'm going to need Tiffany here to help with that. Do you like me having the light off? It's a little dark in here. Can you turn on one of the lights for me? Let's see. Yeah, there probably is a pair of boots here. Do you have a pair of boots that you want us to find? Is there something about your boots? If so, can you touch the lights on the floor and show me what room your boots are in? We'll go there if you want me to see about a pair of boots. It is dead tonight. Just no pun intended. Now I'm going to listen. Can you make a sound in the part of the house where you are at? If you're in the house, can you do this? Great questions tonight, guys. Okay, that was kind of weird. Something knocked at the refrigerator in there. Did you guys hear that? There was a knock in the kitchen. Dee Dee, don't worry about making all caps. Don't worry about that. If it's inconvenient, especially on the phone, don't worry about that. I got you right here. Oh, that's a great question, Kim. Yes. They did. And so, like I said, there's the possibility of, so there's 2 deceased relatives that died in the house. There's the potential for at least 7 people to respond tonight. And several of them did have a nickname for me. And I would know that. I'm not going to say it just yet, but that is a great question. Let me see how I can ask this. Like I said, we'll see if it comes up anywhere on maybe the spirit box. If there's anyone here that knows my nickname, can you turn on one of the lights? My name's Miranda, but you used to call me something else. And sometimes you'd ring that bell outside. That is a great question. Okay. It's a great question. You know what? I am going to turn on the obelisk just because things are a little bit quiet. And I do have the recorder sitting out, so I'm really looking forward to listening to this recorder. Let me just make sure it's still recording. Oh my gosh. It is. Yeah, it's still recording. It's been on for about 47 minutes now. So this is a great question. Daryl says we're going to try something a little different and try and name someone who's investigating tonight with you. Yeah. So, like I said, I like trying different experiments. And, as you guys know, to me, a quiet night is not a bad thing, because a quiet night to me validates when things happen. When it does happen, it just kind of makes that a little more valid. All right, so I'm going to turn the Ovilus 5 on here, and let me. Now, if you can see or hear my voice, I'm holding a box in my hand. This box helps me to be able to. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Akasha. Now, this box will allow me to hear certain things that you want to say. Can you say the name of, can you say my nickname? We'll say that first since I just turned this on. The 50 evening 11. Okay. 50 evening 11. Were you saying good evening? Is that why you said evening? Were you saying good evening? Okay, we need to 50 evening 11 and okay. Was anyone in here ever a ridge runner? Or did you know a ridge runner? Hey, Laura, thank you so much for tuning in. And I got to say, I owe you a message this evening. I have been gone all day, and so I will respond to you later after the live. I apologize. We have been going all day with our interview in Knoxville and everything. Okay. Is there a female here tonight? If there's a female, can you come up and touch any of these lights? Actually, this is an interesting question. Dee Dee says, do they know the sheriff from the jail or someone from the jail? Actually, my fourth great grandfather was the sheriff that was known as the hanging sheriff. He was the only sheriff that did a sanctioned hanging at the jail, and he was a relative to the members of this house. That's a great question. Do any of y'all in here know John Goad, Sheriff Goad? Wow, tough crowd tonight. we'll see how things get when Tiffany gets here. See if they want to talk to somebody else other than me. James asked, what is the energy like in the house? Well, to be honest, so like I said, I was setting up. I actually was getting a couple intelligent responses earlier, and I did have a family member that stopped by before the live, and they actually saw a couple things happen, a couple intelligent responses. So, it right now though, it just feels kind of flat. I mean, it feels calm and it feels peaceful. But that's kind of how this house has always felt to me, is calm and peaceful. It's for me, it was always a happy place. So it still feels that way. Good question. Did you like to tell people stories about haints? Did you know that I like to tell people stories about haints? And some of you inspired me to do that? Tiffany just messaged. She got hung up in traffic. She's going to be a little bit later than normal, or later than what we expected. She was going to be here around 9, but it's looking like she's probably not going to be here for another 45 minutes. So, all right. So I've got comment here. Do you know who Amanda is? Do you know Amanda? Oh, you probably couldn't see it from here, but the little APL lit up. I'm going to be very interested to look at the data logger here and see what happens if there was any point in time. And we'll ask again. Do you know Amanda? Oh, something just knocked back there. For the one that was knocking, can you turn on your light? Thanks, Amanda. Yeah, so this is interesting. Yeah, there was one light that came on when I came in, and it has not been on since. It's kind of funny too. I was getting ready for the live, and when that other family member was here, I was outside, and they asked if they remembered me. The light came on. They were getting a few intelligent responses. Oh, okay. This says Grace and July. Ida. Now, I have my own theories on the word Ida on here, because the Ovilus only has so many words in it. I believe that they will use other words that kind of sound like it. When it says Onada, or when it says Ida around here, I believe that they are talking about Onada, which is the largest town here. Do you want company? Do you like it when I come down? James did not hear the knock, and I'm not surprised. It was not a loud, dramatic knock or anything like that. Oh, good question. All right. Did you ever drink sassafras tea? Or maybe dandelion tea? Nope, there's no such thing as a strange question, Beth. No such thing. Did you ever drink dandelion tea or sassafras tea? Nancy thought she heard something. Joe heard something. So far, we've heard two knocks. One was a knock over in the kitchen by the refrigerator, and the other, oh, look at that. Ha ha. Thank you. When I said the refrigerator. And weeps and heat. All right. Do you want me to go get you a Coke? Do you want me to go get you a pop out of there? Well, thank you. Thank you. I know every time I would come down, I would ask if I could get something out of the fridge. There's something in the fridge that I'm going to pull out in a little bit as a trigger item. We'll see if you remember it. That was cool. So when I said fridge, we got weeps and heat. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so Joe heard something. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm not going to play the banjo, but there is someone here. I may move it out over here in just a few minutes. Tiffany messaged it's going to be about 9:30 before she gets here, so that's perfect. That gives us more time for us to just talk. But flashlight flashed. Do you like it that I'm down here? See if I can adjust this light any brighter. There we go. Can you turn the light on in the kitchen now? I know you turned it on over on the little pantry thing over there. But that's a good question, Alan. Alan asks, is there a song special to your family? I tell you, one of the songs that this particular relative used to play for me. Oh. Matter, sub, and arrived. But a specific song that now it's going crazy. Digital, Wire, Wonder, and Ledge. It's funny because one of the other times that I was here during the day, the Ovilus was just going insane. There was a few words that made sense, some that didn't. But So what I was going to say is one of the songs that the person that played the banjo would play when I would come down was Mountain Dew. They'd play good old Mountain Dew on there. We got James in here that loves sassafras tea. Okay. Hey, Holly, my sister asks, have I been out on the porch? I started on the porch, but I do wonder if the porch would give a little more activity out there. I mean, I can go out there. I'll take some cat balls out there. That is a good point. So the porch was somewhere that multiple people here in the house would sit out on every day. We would sit out on the porch. We'd play out in the yard and such. So I will go out on the porch. Great question, Holly. Let me. All right. So I'm going to step out on the porch. And it's funny. So I've got the door propped open here because they always kept the doors propped open. Just going to grab a couple of these. Now I've got tools sitting out here. I'm going to put a cat ball since we're outside right now. I'm going to put a cat ball in several other places here, and I'm just going to have a seat. Got my tools sitting out here, so that's what all that is. So we got a cat ball sitting over there. Let me get that. I'm just going to prop it up against something or let it roll and let it stop naturally. And I'm going to put this one over here by the door. I just heard something, but I think that was the dog. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Buddy's out there. All right. All right. So I've got a couple. All right. Huh. The ovilus said sit through and palace. Mike. No. This is mine. Mine and Hayes. Okay. Let me position that. Sorry about my equipment sitting there. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. Yeah, anyone that's watching, appreciate it. Click the like button. Like I said, it's a little quiet tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So anyone, if you like the episode, like what we're doing, click that. That goes a long way. Okay. Well, now this is kind of interesting, James. So you said this. You asked this at 8:40. You said, "Can they say the name of the town you're in?" That is interesting. That I don't know if you said that before. I said that about Ida, as in Oneida. Now we're a little bit south there, so I'm going to see if they can say. Can you say? Use this box to say what town we're in. Oneida would be the biggest town, so I will say that. So I'm interested. We do find sometimes the and I do apologize for any road noise because I'm on a back road, so there's not a lot of main road traffic, but over the hill is um, a highway. So I want to see, because sometimes they will say respond to questions before I ask them. So yeah, Akashic would be like records. That is funny that you said records. The first thing that was said, so there is a big stack of records sitting in the other room. It said Akasha, and that would be records. So there are some there in the other room. That's a good point. I can show you that stack here in a few minutes. It's a stack of old records, which would go along with the banjo. Now, I've got a couple lots on the floor, and if there's anybody out here with us, can you touch one of those lots on the floor? Is there anybody here that enjoyed gardening? You know what? Just so 80. This says 80. That's pretty close to some things. I'm actually going to move these little cat balls over a little bit instead of having them sitting over here. I'm just going to put them together that way. All right. Okay, we'll go ahead and, all right. See how I turn those lights on? You can do that by just going over and touching them. Is there anybody here who enjoyed gardening? Oh, thanks, Laura. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Oh, wow. Thanks, guys. I know a lot of you watched, and so I appreciate that. We, Christy and I got highlighted on the Knoxville News today with the jail and with the historic rugby village. So thank you for watching the interview, and thank you for your kind words. That was really cool to get to go over there to the station and do the interview. So thank you all. Now, is there a male? Is there a man out here on the porch? If there's a man out here, could you touch one of those lights on the floor? How about a woman? Is there a woman out here? You know, Beth brings up a good point. She says they're here, they're just checking things out. I will say this, you know, I've always been a pretty, you wouldn't know it from me doing this, but I've always been a chills and forever. I've always kind of been a quieter, introverted person. I know that some of the people who are here, the fact that I'm live could be quieter. They may not like being on. I know that one of them, I recorded some stories one time on a recorder, and I had to hide it that I was doing it because I wanted to capture some of the stories, and they were a little bit shy about it, so we'll see. Let's see. Oh, Laura says, this is an odd thing for me to say, but that house feels like love. Oh, absolutely. Whoa. I'm hearing things move behind me now that I'm sitting outside. I do not need a repeat of last week. I tell you what. April says they're hiding. I'm interested to go back and look at the static camera while I'm outside and see if anything lit up. Let's see what other questions we got here. She says, I've never described a house feeling like love, but that is what I'm getting. Oh, that would absolutely be fitting. Absolutely. And thank you, Laura. Do you want someone to move in? I am going to grab a trigger item. This is going to seem like a really strange trigger item, okay, for out here. But let me grab this. Hello. So I know this is going to look like a strange trigger item. It's fly swatter. I'm going to sit that down right there. Okay. My cousin Amanda may be laughing about that one. I know several of us have been swatted by those. Can you see what I just laid down? If you can see what I just laid down on the ground there, can you touch one of those balls on the floor? There's a train. Sorry about that. That's a good question, Bob. Do you know what a haint is? Do you know what a haint and a booger is? If you know what a haint or a booger is, touch one of those lights on the floor. Oh, something's lighting up inside. Oh, I just saw it through the window. The tripwire must have lit up. We'll have to go back and watch. As soon as I asked what a haint was, I saw it light up. I saw it light up through the window right here. Do you know what a haint is? If you know what a haint or a booger is, and this said 40 score. Oh, Bob. Sorry, I thought you were asking if the spirits knew what a haint was. Sorry about that, Bob. So I'll go ahead and answer. And D Hood answered that, but a haint is what we call a haunt, a ghost, or a spirit here in Appalachia. A booger would be a cryptid, Sasquatch, a skunk ape. Oh, we got a lot there in the dining room there. So you know what a booger is? You think it's funny that I'm sitting here talking about haints and boogers? That's what you and I would talk about sometimes. Do you think it's funny that there's people that don't know what that is? There's sometimes people that don't know what we're talking about down here. They just have a different word for it. Yeah, that's a good question. Sorry, I thought they were. Yeah, there is a color called haint blue over here, and that's actually one of my favorite things. Is a lot of people will paint a door haint blue. They'll either paint the top of their porch or they'll paint the floor, and it's to keep the bad spirits away. That kind of originated there in some of the southern Appalachian areas. And I believe, I may be wrong, but I think it actually started with some of the African Americans, slaves in the South. I think it came from their custom, but I may be wrong on that. But it does keep the bad spirits. And the reason they would do the ceiling of the porches, it was to cause confusion. They would think it was the sky. They would sometimes paint the bottom part of the porch, and that was because it was supposed to look like I'm drawing a blank on the river. Is it not Hades, but the river that you cross there after you pass? Joe says he heard something. So are you trying to draw me in here? That was really cool when we were talking about that we had I don't know which tripwire it was that lit up, but I know it did light up because I saw it through the window there. Beth says the little woman is near that bedroom I asked about earlier. That is probably that was actually her bedroom. So that makes sense. If the little woman is in here, you know what I'm talking about. The little woman is in here. Light up that light back there by your bedroom, please. To light it up, all you have to do is just go up to it. I'll ask again, can you light the light up by your bedroom? Oh, that's cool. Laura sees it sees it as well. Hey, Tiffany. Looking forward to when you can get here, see if that increases any activity. Is Grace here? Is there somebody named Grace here? Now, since I have this out, I know you guys might not like it that I'm not. Actually, I'm going to try turning this on. See if it'll turn the comments on there. Okay. Can you tell me what my relationship to you is? I've not told anyone else. Age. Okay. All right. What do you want me to guess your age? Or does this upon? Anybody here like sweet tea? Tiffany, no apologies. Just be safe. It's been kind of quiet. Ah, Chris, hey. She says, did you leave something hidden that you want found? Is there something here in your house that's hidden that you would like found? Did I find that coin? Did I find that coin that you hid behind the couch? Good question, guys. You turned the light on when I was talking about the fridge earlier. You liked to cook, didn't you? There was something you used to make for me all the time. Do you remember making fried taters? If you remember making fried taters, touch one of those lights on the floor. I made fried taters yesterday. I had some left. I should have brought them down. That is very possible, Laura. I think that's very, very possible. There is a female here that I was very close to. Can you tell me by using this little box? I'm going to use a spirit box here in a little bit later, but by using this box, can you tell me my nickname? Or tell me what my relationship to you is? How we're related? Can you tell me how we're related? God and slot. Okay. Maybe they are in the kitchen. Is there somebody in the kitchen baking? If you're in the kitchen, can you knock on something in there? Do you want me to step out of the house? Does it seem like you wanted to talk when I was out on the porch? Is it a nice night to be sitting out on the porch? Darlene says, is there a story about climbing an apple tree? Okay, that sounded like something was moving inside the back area there. We did have some apple trees, and well, we still do. We still have some apple trees here on the property. Story about climbing an apple tree. Darlene, are you asking me or are you asking the spirits here? There's someone here. Ah, okay. Good question. How many kids were raised in this house since it was built? Now, this could be for anybody that lived in here. How many kids were raised in this house since it was built? Now, this eggs, contrition and eggs. Now, what's interesting about this? So, Daryl asked this question at 8:52, and I'm a little behind on getting to the questions, but we. Something just jiggled the door down there. The door just moved. Do you want me to come out to that porch? Oh. The doorknob down, or the door handle back there just jiggled. Okay, so Daryl asked that question, and we have gotten several numbers. We did get, now this one says various, and and we got 11 on here a minute ago. So I'll have to go back and see if that time that this came up was at the time he asked that question. Beth says, did anyone else see that on the floor? Could have been a moth, but something to look back at. I'll definitely look back. I'm just going to I'm going to check. Now that alarm going off is my, that light in the REM pod. All of that is me. There's nothing back here. I don't know if you hear that door, but this was, tell me if you can hear this. This was what I heard. That's the REM pod. Okay, that is that tool going off. Okay. We will check what's on the floor. There, I do have the door open. I'm actually just going to crack it. So I'm not just standing here. Kind of a little complex from last week, standing with my back to a open door. Not that anything here, but let's see. It is a 5-string banjo. They are hard to play. We'll just see here. We may pull that out here in a minute. Getting behind on the comments. Holly says, okay, yeah. We asked about the fried taters and bread. Let's see here. I'm going to ask y'all again. Is there anybody here that likes fried taters and biscuit bread? If so, turn your light on. I'm going to check these flashlights here in a second, too, just make sure. Great question. Okay, James says he saw what Beth was talking about. All right, I'll definitely go back and watch. Someone may have to message me and see if it was just on the, was it just something on the floor? We'll see what we got there. Oh, Rocky Top. Oh, we like Rocky Top around here. James or Joe says saw something that looked like a moth on the floor. Could have been. Like I said, I did have the door open here. Let's see. Chris says, did you leave? Let me make sure I'm not. Did you leave something here that you want found? I've got a few more tools I'm going to put out. Tiffany should be getting here pretty soon. We will put the banjo on the porch. Do you need a sweater? It is very peaceful here. If nothing else, it's definitely peaceful. Or do you need a blanket? Is it a little bit cool for you? Thank you guys for understanding. It is nice to be at a peaceful place, especially after last week. Last week was a bit intense, and so this is nice. This is nice to be at a peaceful place. And yeah, it's not jumping with activity, but that's okay. That's okay. There's something on the porch. Did you all, or somewhere, did you all hear that? It sounded like. Can you do that again? Are there any children here? see. Yeah. Gosh, my comments I've gotten behind here. Yeah, Amanda knew I was getting the floss when I went outside. Let's see. It was for both. Okay, let's see. I'm just scrolling through here. Fourscore might mean 80. It is interesting that we got fourscore and we also got 80. So we did say 80 on there. Let's see. Remedies. Did you ever do any folk remedies? Salves or any type of ointments? How about planting? Where are the signs at right now? I know you used to plant by the signs and harvest by the signs. What sign are we in right now? Obelisk did say 80 earlier. That's true. Amanda says there was a Grace that was here earlier. That's exactly right. Amanda, did you introduce her? Did you say Grace when you introduced her? Let's see. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up on the comments. James says, did you ever have to use the floss water on Miranda? I'm going to step back out for a second and see if they'll light up inside again while I'm outside. It is dark here. You didn't never have to use that floss water on me now, did you? If you did, I don't remember it. Everybody's asking about fried potatoes. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one that loves fried taters. If I do this, does this sound familiar to you? We'll go back and check the camera and see if that went off at all. Oh, now that's cool. That's cool, Laura. Laura says, is there something about an apron? Someone wore one, made them possibly. Well, so if you used to wear an apron, and I'll tell you about the apron here in a minute. Can you touch one of those little lights on the floor right there? So, yes, the little lady that we were talking about. I turned the light off, and this said black. I'll step back in here and see. Is there anybody here that likes to wear an apron? Just feels really dark in here all of a sudden. Now that I turn that light off. Anybody in here like to wear an apron? Okay, so something kind of interesting about that is, so I learned to sew aprons when I was in high school, and that's what I made for everybody. And I made a special apron for this person, and after they passed, I got that back, and yeah, she wore it all the time. It had cats on it. Do you remember that cat apron? That's really cool that you picked up on that, Laura. And she made them as well. She sewed a lot, but I made an apron. Bob loves biscuits. You'd love these biscuits. Dried her hands on the apron. Anybody here listen to the Opry? Anybody here used to listen to the Opry? Oh, now y'all making me hungry. Did anyone have to pick their own switch from the apple tree? We were all good. That's funny. Okay, Joe said he heard the doorknob. The doorknob was loud. James had fried taters for dinner. Amanda says go to the porch with the swing. All right. Let me see, what else can I take out there? Let's see. I'll take one of these. Okay, so this is going to alarm, and that light's going to come on. Just going to set this up right here. I'll set that K2 meter up. That little green light's K2. Am I supposed to come out here to the swing? Step back a little bit. Yeah, I can see the inside through the door there. If anything lights up. That K2 is lighting up, but that might be because I'm on the live. I should have grabbed a different tool. Okay, Amanda heard the door here in the kitchen. Did you want me to come out here to the swing? many people are here with us? Oh, now it's quit. Can you use this little box, band, and catch? Band and catch. Can you use this little box and tell me how many people are here tonight? Aw, thanks, James. Yeah, um, I've actually been excited, and I'm hearing a little bit of road noise down there on the highway. Yeah, I've been excited about this investigation. Really, it's one I've been looking forward to the most for the whole thing. Ronnie did not hear it. Joe heard something outside. Oh, that's a good question, Holly. Okay. I'm actually I need to bring a different tool out here because I'm not a big fan of the K2 meters, and I worry that the phone is going to make it go off. So, what did that say? It said Sunset, Sunset, Monument, and 5. So we asked how many people were here, and it said 5. And the K2 is gone. Are there 5 people here? If there are 5 people, I mean, the tripwire is quiet tonight. Okay, so my sister Holly has a question. Oh, I set that light off. That's me moving through here. Okay. I'm going to get back over in here. I may go back outside in a few minutes, but I'll get a different tool. My sister Holly has a question. Do you remember Holly? I know there's somebody here that remembers Holly. Now, is there anyone here that likes to play games? Likes to play cards? Or board games? Did you ever play board games with Holly? I've got some cards. Does anybody want to play cards? Great question, Holly. There's a item over here. Oh, hey, the flashlight is on in the kitchen. When I moved the banjo over here, it just turned off. There's somebody back there in the kitchen? Did you see me move the banjo over here? Do you want me to take the banjo out on the porch? When Tiffany comes, I may do that. That way I've got more hands. Can you tell me how old you were when you passed away? I just want to know who we're talking to. Were there any medicinal plants used here? Okay, so that was interesting that the flashlight came on in there when we moved the banjo out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to. Okay. Amanda did mention jumping back to Grace. She did introduce the other person that was here. She said her first and her middle name. And we can actually, I had the recorders going at that time, so we can actually go back and look at that. If there's somebody here, can you tap me on the shoulder? I'll take any way that you can communicate with me. Either tap me on the shoulder, touch a light. Oh, that's a good question. Can you tell us about the outhouse? In fact, there are still 2 here on the property. One of the people that lived here in the house actually still continued to use the outhouse up until they up until not long before they passed away. Can you tell us, were there any outhouses on the property? Or a Johnny house? Oh, yeah, you're gonna get us in trouble. But I'll ask. Was I your favorite? Was I somebody's favorite in the house? If there's 5 of you here, if I was somebody's favorite, can you turn one of the lights on or touch a light? If I was one of your favorites. Oh, okay. It's a funny question. Is there somebody here that can play this banjo? If this is your banjo, can you touch a light on the floor? Or maybe touch the light over here on your couch where it used to sit? Okay, let's see. Anybody play checkers? Yeah, this was a really good banjo. He had several. The word catch was right before you asked my question about games. Oh, that's cool. That was one of the yard games played. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Like I said, I'm getting behind on my questions. I'm trying to catch up here. I'll open the banjo here in just a second when I can. Oh, I need a hug. Can someone come give me a hug? Let's see. I know that is disappointing. There was no one here that was, at least in my family, that was in a band. Was there anyone else that lived here that was in a band? Like I said, got a bunch of records. We were talking about music. We got some Hank Williams. That was a favorite. Hawkshaw Hawkins. Old Country. Merle Travis. I mean, there's a lot. There's Loretta Lynn in here, but there's a bunch of records. Are these your records in here? Are those your records? Yes. We do. Huh. We do have a bunch of black walnut trees around here. Sure do. There's a lot of black walnuts. We'll see. I'll take the banjo out there. Let's see. Is there Johnny Cash in that stack? Did you like some Johnny Cash? Hank Williams? Do you like some Brother Stanley? Can you ring that phone that's sitting over there? If that phone rings, I'll probably jump out of my skin. Can you use this box to tell us your favorite singer? All right, I finally caught up. Ah. All right, guys. I finally caught up on my questions here. Maybe when Tiffany gets here, we can play some music. I'm a little limited with just my phone. It's a little bit harder for me to do that. Let's see here. I do have a few more trigger items. Let's just see. So this one is kind of cool and relates to somebody specific. So I'm going to sit it over here because this would go over here. So we got a box of snuff. And this was the can of it. The old, let me see if I can. The old Bruton Scotch snuff. Even got, if I can do this, I don't have both hands free, so I'm gonna hold that with my legs there. If I can get it open without cutting my hand. Got the little snuff spoon. All right. Is that yours? Nancy asks if I found any feathers lately. I always am finding feathers. Let me just put the lid of that. Can you tell me what that is? I feel like I can smell it, but it's probably where I opened it. That was your last one, wasn't it? Let me just make sure that wasn't Tiffany out there. Tiffany? Oh, good, good. Tiffany's here. Sorry. No, you're fine. I heard a sound and I just wasn't sure. All right. How's it been? A little bit quiet, but a few interesting things. Somebody was jiggling the door handle back there. And we got a couple hits on the tripwire when I was outside. I could see it through the window when I was talking about paints and boogers. Got a few responses on the Ovilus. Few flashlights, not much. It was relatively quiet.
Been seeing the Durham. I haven't got to watch anything because I've been driving the whole time.
But everyone says hi, Tiffany.
Hey guys. Sorry I'm late. I'm always late.
Now that gave us time to Laura asks, so I just set the snuff can down. She asked if that was my great grandmother's. Did that snuff belong to a great grandmother? Or grandmother, or did that snuff belong to a female?
Well, my great grandmother liked her snuff. Did you have a favorite brand that you like to use?
Dee Dee says hi, and Nancy. James says my grandmother used to hide snuff and cigarettes.
Oh, you never could tell my great grandmother had snuff in her mouth. I didn't know it till I was almost an adult.
You couldn't tell?
No, you couldn't tell.
I it's kind of funny. When I was young, I remember doing it. I can do what? Oh yeah, it turns green. Now I used to, so I didn't know what it was. I can remember going up to my house and putting Nesquik inside my lip. Yeah, and sitting there with them when they would sit on the porch. Because it looked like Nesquik, but there's no way.
My dad had 3 girls. He didn't get the boy he wanted, so we grew up and had all boys, but he had all girls. When I started T-ball, he went and bought a case of that Big League chewing gum.
Yeah.
So we could all put a big wad in our
a big chaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to do that.
And he's like, no, you gotta do it like this, and then spit and like it's chewing gum. And he's like, no. And everybody called him the bubble gum. But yeah, he
Now this is funny. So we've been asking about outhouses and all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
Dee Dee's from she's from New York but lives in California. And she says, I'm learning new things, boogers, Johnny houses, and now snuff.
the women around here get much better than the men did.
Uh-huh.
And we're typically a lot tougher than the men.
That's right.
And my great grandmother would brag about how tough she was and how tougher she was than most men and how she could out eat any man for breakfast.
And D Hoot says, just a pinch between the cheek and gum.
Did you really wear the pants in the family? You make your husband walk the line?
Now I'm going to introduce you to Tiffany here. I know one or two of you may know her.
Yeah.
But if you don't know her, this is my best friend Tiffany.
It's been a while, but I've been here before. Somebody new, it's nice to meet you. I'm from Morgan County. Thank you.
Ah.
Not only am I from Morgan County, but I'm from Petros.
Well, you know what's funny? So, whoa.
Where did that come from?
That was sitting back here. That was a walking cane.
Did you know I needed that? Been a day.
Okay.
You know where Petros is?
That came out. You can see where that was behind by the curtain back there.
Yeah.
That came out from behind the curtain and hit me on the rear.
Because it's like, why are you friends with somebody from Petros? Is that what you're wondering?
Well, what I was going to say,
making bad friends, ain't she?
what I was going to say is the lady back there. So she was from Mill Creek, which was in Morgan County.
Yeah.
Born there. Yeah, I'm friends with those rowdy Petros girls.
Yeah.
Were the people from Petros, were they rough? Were they rough? That's interesting. That was her room back there. And then her cane comes flying out.
Oh, nice to meet you. The town is not like the Wild West like it used to be. New River's still a little sketchy though. No, it's definitely a different time.
Is there an uncle here? Well, way to bring the activity, Tiffany. Thank you.
Right? Stuff starts flying when I come in. I like it. I see a banjo laying here. Who played the banjo?
I'm going to crack the door here just so we don't have any noise.
I absolutely love to hear a banjo play.
Do you like that I brought somebody else in here? What does this say? Oh, it's not said anything new. Okay. Can you turn another one of those lights on if you're glad Tiffany's here?
Was all that commotion to get me to leave? Don't Miss Miranda alter herself? Or alter yourself?
Well, I'll say my nickname since you've not said it, unless we want to try the spirit box. Let's see. But I'll go ahead and say it, and we can see if anything comes up on the spirit box, or if you want to light anything up.
I'm curious to know her name.
Was there somebody in here that used to call me Randy or Rand? You always called me Randy. If that's true, can you light up one of those lights?
Did you move the walking stick? Did something else move it?
Now, I'm going to show the video tomorrow, but we actually had, when I was in here, we actually had a flashlight get thrown on the count of a specific number when we asked to turn it on a certain number. They threw it, yeah. We'll show that on the
Things like brooms and walking sticks falling over considered bad omens or can be. So if you took it that way and you weren't the one that knocked it over, I'm sorry. I'm not bad. I have no bad intentions.
We got people saying to try Estes. We may do that in a little bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to spirit box, see if we get any forces off of that.
Okay.
Have you tried playing the band? See if that's some.
No, and I was thinking, see, I can't play any music because of the phone, but if you have your phone, I can't play the actual banjo.
I can't break this right hand. I have my guitar.
Oh yeah?
You have a favorite song?
Actually, if you want to hold this, I've got my phone.
Favorite song? What you like?
See about it. So
Can we open this up and you play us a little song? Just a few strums. I would love, love, love to hear it. I'm a big music fan myself. I like all kinds of music though.
that should. And that just flip out. Should. Yeah.
Is that a combination lock I'm seeing?
Do what now?
Is that a combination lock I'm seeing?
No, it's like a key lock. Let me hold it there. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you.
That's pretty. That one's had a little bit of use.
This is one of the newer ones.
Did you hear that? Yeah. Could you play a note for us, please? Pretty, please.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but it almost sounded like a.
Yeah, Yeah, it was a pluck of the string. I know it's got to be tempting to play. I would be forever grateful if you would. It's been a long time since I heard somebody play a banjo in person. Would you? The light's on over there. Would you try to play it for me? Is it tempting to want to play? I want to play it even though I'm a lefty. I can't play that one. Alright. I'm just gonna put this back here. See? So the light came on? Flashlight, yeah. Is it still on? Mm-mm. Can you come play us a note?
Or tap on this?
Just even one chord would just make my day. I'll even back up and give you a little bit of room.
Oops, let me get that.
I stepped on you.
No, you got the.
Wrapped up.
Yeah, you're wrapped up here. No, that's okay. There we go. Oh, it's in your opposite pocket there. There we go. Get that. Sorry. There we go. All right.
We're a little close. Sorry. Okay. One little tune. Pretty, please.
Did you turn that light on when I got the flashlight out? Or, I mean, did you turn that flashlight on when I got that out? Yeah, definitely. The kitchen has been kind of funny tonight. Talking about the fridge, light came on.
Did you, were you as strict on your refrigerator as my great grandmother was? Because in her house, kids were not allowed to touch the refrigerator. You didn't even open the door. You didn't serve yourself at the table. And she kept me in one of those death metal high chairs till I was like 10 years old and my legs were like 6 feet out from the thing.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Those things were death traps. And she made me sit in it till I was 10.
Okay, that was cool. That moved because something touched it.
Mm-hmm. Did you have one of those for your kids?
Dee Dee says maybe we need to go into the kitchen and then someone might play the banjo.
Were you strict on the rules in your house? As far as respecting your kitchen and your fridge, and kids were to be seen and not heard and mind their manners?
Quick question. Is anybody a fan of Earl Scruggs? Little flattened Scruggs? Which one?
At the top, the very top.
The
Screen to me, but at the very top, those words.
okay.
Yeah, you like the Earl Scruggs?
just going to turn that off a
What
second.
about Phil Monroe?
Stanley. These tripwires have been so quiet. There have been a couple hits, but not when I've been in here. I agree. Earl Scruggs was the best banjo player ever. Do you agree with that?
You watch the Kaz Walker show?
Listen to Ernest Tubb.
I knew a guy once that got to play on Kaz Walker's show. He got to play his banjo when he was like 12.
Did that light up or was that just?
I moved this. And
Oh, okay.
I don't think it did.
Are you a good banjo player? I know you're pretty modest. Can you just strum one of those?
Did you like to play with other people instead of just by yourself? That was my hand.
Mm-hmm.
You want us to come into the kitchen in there? You do. Turn the light on. We'll come in there and talk to you.
Will you turn the light on for where you want us to come? Or where you want us to go? Can you jiggle the door handle in the kitchen like you did a minute ago? It's kind of freaky when that happened.
I feel like I should apologize. I feel like I offended you when I come in. If I did, I'm sorry. I was definitely raised better than that, so I hope I didn't offend you.
Nancy asked if she heard a dog. There's no dog. There was a big truck went up the road. Joe asked if anyone heard the bell out front. I didn't hear the bell, but
Would you like me to step out? Does that make you more comfortable?
now the other thing, so I do also have SLS. I mean, we can always, so there's a couple outbuildings. There's the tobacco barn, and there's the
I feel like
there's also the what am I hearing?
I think it's
Okay. Oh, it's this thing. It's this cord.
Yeah.
It's hitting it. There's also the tool shed or the garden, but we may not want to go out. I'm liking the close area, but
yeah. I don't know. I feel like the sequence of events after I walked in the door offended them.
it's been quiet.
Again, if I offended you in any way, I'm sorry. I was definitely raised better, and my granny would whoop my butt if she thought I come in here and offended somebody.
We always like company down here.
Did y'all gather on the porch and play music and dip your snuff and break beans?
Mm-hmm. That's the other thing. Let me, if you hold this, I'm going to grab something.
I can think of all kinds of stuff I used to sit on the porch with my grandparents and do.
Kitchen.
Well, I won't ask you to play the banjo. I won't put that kind of pressure on you. If you do, I certainly appreciate it, but if you don't want to, I get that too. So no pressure there.
Oh, on the camera there. All right. I brought in some beans. Tiffany said something about breaking beans. Are those some beans that you broke and kept for seed? No, there's not a dog outside right now. D who says get the fly swatter to Tiffany there. We need to go grab the fly swatter.
You get after me. I'd like to have a big old mess of beans. Did you like to cook?
And we can try the spirit box.
Yeah, let's see that. See if
Cornbread and beans, yep.
that. I was at my mama's earlier today, and my sister asked her what she was wanting that she hadn't had in a while, and that's exactly what she said: beans and cornbread. Got the battery just outside.
You'll hold that.
Yeah.
Right there. I'll step outside here.
I'm good. Okay, she's gone. You can tell me something about her. You got a funny story on her? Anybody?
I did not bring my big speaker, but
She's back.
maybe this will.
I was trying to go tell me something funny about you while you're gone.
Oh, really? What were you gonna
You know how they like to tell stories.
Uh-huh.
That stuff you got into when you were little.
That's the truth. If I can get this. We're gonna try the spirit box. You may or may not be able to hear it, but just say hold it up close to the fire. I hate how they're always so low.
That was me leaning on the door, in case anybody heard that.
I'll hold it up. Y'all probably can't hear it, but
Can you tell us your name? You can use this little box to speak through. Be kind of like a walkie-talkie for you, or maybe a ham radio or something. My name's Tiffany.
the knock in there. Hear it not?
Yeah, and that spirit box said something like yep or something like that.
Can you tell me my name? There's somebody talking. It's just love.
Mm-hmm. Can you say that again, just a little bit louder? What's her name?
What'd you used to call me? No way. That was louder. See, it's easy to use. It takes you a minute, but we can't hear you a lot of times when you're talking. But if you talk through this, we can hear you. Makes it easier to communicate. Can you say that again? There's a man and a woman talking on there. Who gave her the nickname Randy? Can you tell me what your name is? We're approaching this wrong. What did everybody call you? They call you Mama, they call you Granny, Nana. There was a woman. Yeah, I heard a woman, but I couldn't make out what she said. I'm recording it on this recorder, so. What were you known best by? What that say? Did I say Granny? That sounded like. That sound like Granny. How are we related? That kind of froggy thing almost sounded like blood. Y'all blood kin? Yeah. Huh. Okay. Are you a grandparent? Yes. Yeah. So we got Granny here. Let's try that one. What did that say? I don't know. What'd you call your papa? That's the question I asked, and then she answered. Yeah. Well, I didn't know my papa on this side because he was so much older. I call him Grandpa. What was his name then? Let's see if he said it. Can you say the name? Who's saying it? Saying it, yeah. I just can't make it out. I don't know it, so Are there any other men here? How are we related? Kind of like kin. Yeah. We know we're kin, or know you're kin. Is there an uncle here? You can still make the lights go off too while you're talking to us. I wish I had my speaker with me. Whose banjo is that? Can you tell me who plays the banjo? I can't make that out. I can't make it out. It's so low. I'm trying to have it near the phone. It's just like coming low. They're just talking real low. Can you try to talk a little louder? I don't know if that's picking up on the phone or not. Can y'all hear that at all? Wait, that's out. Yeah. Can you visit Miranda in a dream tonight? That would be cool. I did. I did. Huh. You said she did. Amanda said no. And so did Nancy. They're against that. So you've already. Maybe they need to know that's in here. Oh, that may be true. So you visited her in her dreams, watching over her. How many people are here tonight? How many kids were there? James wants to know if Randy was a bad girl. Of course not. I wasn't mean, was I? What was it you used to always say about me that I needed to do? Said something I got it. Is there anything that we can do for you? Can we help you in any way? From Dee Dee. Good question. I heard something back there in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. If there's something we can do for you, can you turn the light on back there? Did that say no? I said no. That sounds about right. That's exactly what my grandma would say, or my granny. Sounds like someone is shaking a box of wooden matches. That's the spirit box. So it's probably the way it's coming through on the sound, which maybe on your behind the screens you can play that so everybody can hear it. So if you tune into the behind the screens, she can play the audio to where y'all are able to hear it a lot better than in real time. Yeah. Just due to the way her microphone is set up. Can you tell me whose snuff that is? What would you do with snuff? What'd she say? Sound like said chew. Did you call it snuff or did you call it backer? Did you call it chew tobacco? Seems like everybody had a different name for it. Did you keep it in your apron? Yes. Dee Dee had asked, do you want somebody to move into this house and make it a home? You want somebody to live here again? Is that something you'd like to see? Did I say sure? Oh, no. No. No? Do you like me coming in here? What you got in the fridge? Can you say the name of any of my aunts or uncles?
Joe's suggesting maybe add some ambient lighting. Dee Dee wants to know if there's a mirror in the house.
There is.
Yeah, there is. Dee Dee, there's a mirror in here. Is there anyone here that was born before the 1960s?
It is just kind of quiet.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm definitely picking some stuff up on the spirit box, which is encouraging.
Mm-hmm. There's a. Does Dee Dee think we need to look in the mirror?
Yeah, what, let me see. Amanda asked if they want more relatives to visit.
Do you like it when the relatives visit? Or want more relatives to visit? That millimeter has done nothing, which is unusual.
Yeah. Do you wish more family to come by to visit? Reminisce with you? Or just sit with you? Where's the mirror? What room's it in? All right. Can you tap on that mirror for us? If you look in the mirror, can you see yourself? Could you show us yourself in the mirror? People have felt a lot of different ways about mirrors around here.
Yeah.
Dee Dee's asking those questions. I'm not sure that we're going to get a response with that, but can you come and go as you please? Yeah, Nancy, calling it a chaw. Yeah, that was something else everybody called it too. Is there anything we can leave behind for you that you'd like us to leave? Or something we could go get and bring back, like a Coca-Cola? Everything in my neck of the woods was Coke.
Unusual.
Yeah, that's kind of a pocket of unusualness. Everything around here is usually known as Coke.
Yeah.
So you can order a Coke, but that may not be what you get. Would you like a pop? I feel betrayed, but I feel like I'm betraying my southern roots calling it pop.
I think people here called it that because so many people went up to
Ohio. Yeah, there was definitely a connection there.
Uh-huh.
It's so funny, isn't it?
It's not even 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
They call it pop. But that's rare here in
in Tennessee.
D-hoot, they says they call it soda water. What's funny, I know for me on my mom's side of the family, my mama would have called that sody water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sody crackers, baking sody, sody water.
Mm-hmm. They added a Y or an I-E to a lot of them.
Thirsty Tom says just soda here. Dee Dee asks, what is something we don't know that you think we should know? I'm gonna walk back out here so I can see if anything's lighting up and answering these questions. Oh,
That's
is that motion activated?
lock.
Okay. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
hang on a minute.
And then that's the APM lock.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go back here where we can see all the lights.
That's what I like about this. I know.
Yeah, you can monitor all the rooms. It's always great. Okay. Do you have anything you want to, any words of wisdom you want to share with us? Anything that you think we should know that we don't know, or something that's been forgotten with time? If you do, just flash one of the lights. We can turn the spirit box on and let you tell us through that. We asking too many questions? Released?
Equation and release.
You want to be released? Do you feel stuck here? Or maybe not stuck. Do you feel like you can't move on? Having a hard time? Leaving behind everything you know? That'd be hard for me to move on, I think.
Now I'll tell you, I'm wondering if part of the reason it's so quiet is because some of the folks here went to bed pretty early
Yeah, they'd go to bed
when the sun went down.
and then they'd get up at midnight and they'd be up for 3 or 4 hours. And they'd actually start cooking for the day and in the middle of the night. Then they'd go back to bed and then they'd get up when the chickens got up in the daylight and they'd start their morning work, have their breakfast and all that stuff. It's kind of a.
Is it past your bedtime?
Is it rude that we're here so late? I know you didn't call my granny after 9 o'clock or my mama or my house, and you definitely didn't come knocking on the door. 9 o'clock was like the cutoff time for any kind of visitor, telephone or otherwise.
Is it a little bit late for me to bring friends in? Is it late for me to be here? I mean, we have not had hardly a hit on that tripwire.
Should Randy be in the bed? Is it past our bedtime?
Dude, Randy's just getting up.
I just heard a voice. I couldn't make it out.
For that.
Yeah.
Did you say Randy should be in the bed? I love for that door.
Yeah, let's see that. Now, my great grandmother be telling us that we're talking too much. Are we talking too much? Asking too many questions?
We're gonna wrap things up here pretty soon. Do you want us to leave? If you'd like for us to stay a little bit longer, you're gonna have to turn on a light or tell us.
Okay, I'm gonna step out again. You see if you get anything with me out of the house.
I'm gonna get the root of
I'm going to do my part, maybe not for that.
Jackie and noise
We making too much noise?
trimmer.
Anyone have home?
Mm-mm. No. Not really.
Anybody listening named Jackie?
None, filter, and fish. News, interrupt, hold, disregard, wrong. View, cake, older. That was a mouthful.
I'd be interested to go back and listen to a lot of the questions we've been asking and see if that wasn't just a rapid fire answer to all the questions. We could correlate them.
Just like a blur.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
see if that stirs something up.
All right.
Process.
Never know. All right. Somebody said something about cake. Did you used to make homemade cake there? You'd make a friendship cake where you'd save the ingredients and then you'd have a starter and you'd give it to a friend and they would, you'd give the starter to the friend and then they would mix all the ingredients and it would have to sit. I guess it was 30 days. And then they'd make the cake and then they'd pass the starter on to another friend. Do you remember making friendship cake? Page. Okay. Sows and farmers and gone. Day. Month. Well, day and month. Subject erased. We got a calendar here, one of the old calendars. So you said day and month. Now this calendar has, this has your 9. Oh, wow. Okay. 9. So day, month, 9. Now this is your birth month on here that it's showing. Okay, wow. So this said fish. And if we look at the calendar on the 9th of August 2017, fishes, and the signs were in the feet. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Let me just, sorry, I've got multiple things in my hands here. Let me. Calendar has the moon phase. The Give them the ingredients of with an instruction page for the one receiving it. It just depends. So I think sometimes they would. It's interesting. The the moon phases is also, they're showing that in a fish as well. Actually, that's showing the it's kind of interesting. So we got calendar, or it said month and day.
Yeah.
And then remember how it said fish?
Yeah.
And it said 9. In this calendar, if you go on 9, the animal is fishes.
So what would be significant about August the month? Or October the month? What is that? Oh, that's a dog.
Yeah, there's a dog barking. I don't know. Just kind of interesting. You need some light. Old country. Yeah, they weren't too picky. I know, obviously, well, they really liked Hank Williams.
Me too. You want me to play you some music? I'm not much of a singer, but if I'll play if you'll sing along.
Let's see, I'm looking at the comments here. Amanda says month, day, 9. Look at September 9th also. Okay. If I can. Trying to do everything one-handed. September, that's April. Well, September 9th. The bull, the neck. All right. So we'll strum some music and see if anything, you want to turn any lights on. Nail. Cable and nail. You need light?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to turn the ambient light off here. The year of that calendar was 2017. All right, so statement. If you can hear this music, then you can. Perfect. Do you need a seat or anything?
No.
All right. So Tiffany's going to play a little music. If you want to strum the banjo, you can. Do you need something to set that up against?
Yeah. Oh, there's something there. That works.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, if you want to strum the banjo, you can. Or if you want to turn one of these lights on, if you can hear the music, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna sing. I'm just gonna play a song. Is it? You like it? Flash one of the lights. What is it? Here.
She's retuning there, so.
It kind of got slung in my car.
Ah. I think the APL may be going dead down there. Don't know. Can you help her tune that? All right, let's light this room up when she gets ready. Need light?
No. Okay. No.
You'll have to bring the guitar out to the jail.
Yeah.
Play that. Definitely works out there.
I'm not a big fan song. Get the same changes.
That's all right.
Let's see.
You just pick something. Can you hear the music? If you can hear the music, can you touch any of those lights?
Anybody hear a coal mine?
Mm-hmm. Got some coal mine hats back there too. If you were a coal miner, can you touch one of those lights?
You like that?
Did you like that? Hoot said I'm seeing a light coming on there in front, I believe.
Again, I'm seeing your up here.
You like that Tiffany's playing some music? Can you tell me anything about that song? By using this box? September.
Hmm.
September, and we were just looking at the calendar.
What's significant about September 9th?
I wonder if 9 could have been the month. September and I.
So something in September is important to you? Something about that day?
That light's covered up right there. That was from the just so you guys can see. I know Dee was seeing that. It's getting blocked out by the banjo case. But that's a good eye there, Dee.
What time frame?
I would say I'd say 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about September? Can you give me a day or a year? Coming up on 11 o'clock here. Like to thank everyone that's stayed with us. It's definitely been a quieter night, but we have had a few things kind of happen. I can't wait to go back and listen to the spirit box on the recorder there. Had a few lights. I can't wait to look at the camera too to see what else we've been picking up. Again, I mean, the lack of activity says a lot. I've not. We'll do those. I hadn't done them because I hadn't had anyone to like hold the camera.
Okay. Well, I like my countryside. So talking country boy, I said country boy. My family's old fashioned as I can be, and I hope you're watching. If you're looking at me, you're looking at me. Don't see no city when you look at me, cause country's all. I'm running barefoot in the old cornfield, and I love that country. You finish it on the box? I'll keep playing. You sing.
Finish it. Acts. Thought. Judge and unclear.
You're looking at.
What's the word? What's
I started that.
eerie and disturbed?
She's like,
Roadway.
tell her to stop playing.
Roadway. Maybe she wants you to play country roads.
I can play country roads. You want me to play country roads? I'll me some John Denver.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna bring the cat balls in. I'm gonna grab those. Whoops. Pick up too much at once here. I'm just gonna kind of sit cat balls down. Children, arms. Children and arms. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Tennessee. Now I'm home. Wagon.
Wagon?
Wagon.
Yeah. Is that how you got around back in the day? And dusty, hanging it on the sky. He takes the moonshine, you drop in my country road. Take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Tennessee, and I'm on my way. Country road.
Daryl said, it's kind of funny. Let's see.
Tell him not to be making fun.
Not of you. No. Yeah, I said it was kind of quiet, and he said better than last week, and he's laughing. Yeah. And then he says, at least for y'all, I'm sure. No, it is. It
Okay.
is.
I play to make myself vulnerable because, for one, I'm no Jimi Hendrix, and I definitely ain't no Whitney Houston. I don't know if you know who those people are. But I don't know where music is. But I bet you can play that band. It's on fire. So come on. Give me just a little, even one little chord. I promise I'll stop singing if you play a chord. You could set up a recorder. See if you catch that thing. Leave that open.
Yeah.
Recorder.
Just leave the banjo.
Yeah. Just leave that open. If you hear it, catch it playing.
Now, Dee Dee said that song was in her mind. Loves that song. Joe says that was great. That was not me, Joe. That was Tiffany. Oh yeah, bluegrass for sure.
Music just, I tend to get activity out of music.
Same.
And definitely playing.
Mm-hmm. Come on, guys. Can you give us another knock?
If you want me to stop playing, turn on one of the lights or.
Do you not like that I took your couches out? Do you not like that I moved those out?
Jason Bill. In the pines.
Oh, there you go. I like in the pines.
Play-
Yeah, do in the pines.
I am not playing Wild Fire. That's what everybody wants to play tonight. Did everybody ask you to play Wild Fire on that banjo? I learned it just for my mama. Just for her. Other than that,
Console had scratch.
who consoled to play that for? You're it.
D Hoot said play dueling banjos.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll play. I'll play the banjo, she'll play the guitar, and that was sour. I'm just kind of just. Can you do that? That's really sensitive. Can you just come and all you have to do is you can just blow past it? Can you do that? Whoa, 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 tripwire.
You can't, well, if you can, come over here and
Tripwire.
show us how to play it.
When I was strumming that, tripwire was going, let me just kind of try that again.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's try that again.
Yeah, we know.
I'm just blowing that past it.
Something on that box. I can't see it. So I can see it flashing.
Can you make that light go off again?
Do you want her to learn how to play the banjo? Would that make you happy? Her to pick it up and play it?
If you want me to play the banjo, you light up one of those lights and I'll play a song sometime. But you're gonna have to light up a light if you want me to play. I think on the APL, that's the low battery. Dee Dee says, no matter what, I bet they appreciate the visit. Well, I'm not keeping you up. Say, sending love from Texas. Daryl says, play another Tiffany. Hey, if the spirits don't like it, at least maybe your online audience will.
I'll get too excited. Will the serve be a broken by my way? Yes, I will.
Like that? It's body, you're alone. See her go. Well, the circle we are broken and the bed on my way.
Okay, Buddy just there. There was a dog that just barked out.
I'll fix it. Oh, there. Yeah. I kind of heard getting here. Accidentally swung around a little bit.
Let me just see.
My whole time in.
What you doing, Buddy?
And sing. Or do you just turn around and sing while you pick up makeup?
What you doing, Buddy?
Of course, several people get together for Sunday dinner, after Sunday dinner, getting out on the porch.
Yeah, there was a
Somebody
dog barking.
picking on the banjo. Some of the family singing. Inevitably, somebody gets the spoons out or gets them a box and starts beating the drum a little bit, giving a little beat. Ain't nothing better.
Yeah, they like their Sunday hymns. Can we thank Tiffany for playing for you tonight? That's a special treat, isn't it?
Last minute, I'll have to make these sharp and in tune, and my voice is a little less ragged.
We'll have to come. We'll have to come back during the day.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can send the book.
play like some activity.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've tried a lot of different things tonight. Some trigger items, some different things. I mean, when I got activity before, I got more during the day.
Yeah. I'd like to see you try the dowsing rods. Just
Try the
because
dowsing rods? Yeah.
they're going to be, so the dowsing rods that I'm talking about, just like using a stick for water, it's a real easy way to communicate. They might actually respond well.
They may do it. That may be something. I'll stand in front.
Just see if they let me. You want to get, whoops, let me give you the.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to, now do I need to grab the,
Turn that around.
do I need to grab the, I got a light out there. Would that work better, you think?
No, I'll be able to hold that light on them and see, should be able to see them well enough. And you're fine if you just stand there. Come back here, stand beside me. Oh, there you go. And I'm gonna stand behind you, and now we can see you and the lights.
All right. Get those centered. All right. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions. These will be the same kind of rods you'd use to find water, okay? But they're already moving. But you're going to use them to answer yes and no questions. Yes. Ooh. Yes, you're going to cross the rods. No, it's going to keep them open. Okay. Did one of you teach me how to use these rods? Did one of you actually teach me how to use these rods? Do you ever use a willow branch to find water? Oh, okay. All right.
Did you teach Miranda how to do that?
So I'm pretty good with the rods. Do you know that? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and open those on up.
Well, if you taught her the old way, she's mastering the new way.
Yeah. Did you know that I can use a willow branch to find water? Okay. All right, go ahead and open that up and open that on up. All right. Did you, was this your house? This your house?
Pretty strong, yes.
Yeah.
Nancy said they used a peach tree limb.
Okay. That's a dog out there.
Tell y'all something funny. The like modern day water companies now. Well, at least the one my husband works for, they actually use these dowsing rods to try to find water leaks.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
that's definitely neat.
when I do it over at rugby, I have people come and say water companies use them.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you like the music? Oh, well, thank you. I think you're just being polite, but I appreciate that.
yeah, I'm gonna shift right.
Okay.
Oh, my hands are walking up.
So are we talking to a man right now?
Are we talking to a man? Okay.
Were you the one that played the banjo?
Maybe you played a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're being modest,
Okay.
as most were.
Was that your banjo? No. Is the man who the banjo belongs to here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, go ahead and open those on up. I need a good strong yes. Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of right outside the dog barking, so.
Is the woman of the house here tonight?
Yeah, that's what
Buddy, you're ruining my life.
I don't know what I just did. I'm sorry if I messed something up. Everything's still going. I might have like threw something up on the screen. I was trying to look for the comments.
Okay, so all right. So are we related?
You sound like me, DD. My dogs bark at anything.
Are we related?
Please ignore the ad for StreamYard. That was my bad.
Is it still up there?
Oh, it's just in the comments.
Oh.
Joe was the one that said the dog knows something. He says maybe invite the dog inside and see how he acts.
Buddy? I don't know if he'll come in. He only comes around if it's storming. Buddy?
Come on, buddy.
Buddy?
He's like, I'm gonna sit here and just bark at you.
No.
Okay. Question for you. Can you see Miranda?
Can you see me? Can you hear my voice? Did you love this house?
They're trying to move. Huh?
Yeah. Did you like the old place better? Did you like the old place?
Yeah. Most do.
All right, yeah. Are you buried over at the old place?
It is beautiful over there.
Can you point the rods in the direction of where I grew up? Can you point the rods in the direction of where my old house was? Oh,
That's pulling pretty strong
yeah,
and accurate.
yeah. All right, can you straighten those up for me real quick? Stop moving those and straighten them right up. Do you remember? Okay, go ahead and open those on up. Do you remember Holly? You remember Holly? Okay.
I don't know if it's making a difference because I mean I can see them trying to cross. This one you're kind of pointing on down a little bit more.
A lot of the time, I
There you
try
go.
to
That's better. Yeah.
keep them a little uneven there. We'll see, maybe that's making a difference. Okay. Do you remember Amanda? Do you remember Amanda?
Yeah.
Oh. How about Chapel? You remember Chapel? Did you ever meet Tiffany for tonight? No.
I came in here, but we didn't exactly speak or become introduced, so I wouldn't consider that a formal meeting. Do you remember me coming into the house, even though we didn't interact? Maybe.
Can you see all the lights on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Can you touch one of them?
Can you at least point to where you're standing at? I didn't take long to start moving.
No. Is that where the
Oh, they're in the bed. You're in the bedroom. Are
you're in
you?
that back bedroom? If you're in that back bedroom, can you cross them? Yeah, in the back bedroom. Can you straighten the rods back up for me?
Getting tired? I know sometimes it can take a lot of energy just to try to interact with us.
Yeah.
But the more you do it, the easier it gets. If you're tired, cross those rods. We don't want to wear you out or.
If I'm tired, cross those rods.
Right. They should start swinging.
Yeah. Am I tired? You know what you used to always say? You always used to say, let Randy go sleep. She's smaller than the rest of them. Kind of weird. She always thought I was smaller than the rest of them and that I needed to go sleep.
You're holding them apart. Are you wanting to stop talking with the rods? If you are, just cross them and we'll stop. If it's getting to be too much for you.
You want me to go home?
Past her bedtime. I've seen that other one start swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Or past your bedtime at least.
Yeah.
I think it's trying to say yes. I think they're tiring out already.
Yeah.
Which would be expected. I'm so glad you talked to us using the rods.
Cool.
When we come back, will you want us to bring the rods so you can talk more with them? They're trying to come. Yeah, I think they're just tired. They're trying to come together. They're just not quite able to get them together. Does anybody else want to come talk to us? Anybody else want to turn?
Are you
No.
trying to tell me something about September? Is today a significant day? What about at midnight? At midnight, we'll.
I don't think they like that question.
No.
I can understand.
Yeah.
Don't want to upset you. You can spin it back around. We can talk about something else. Are you standing behind Miranda? If you are, point the other rod.
Is that your cane back there?
Oh no, it's pointing behind you. Let's see. Well, are you one of the, okay. Are you one of the people in these two pictures right here?
Is that your cat there on the shelf? Is one of those your cats? Is that cane?
Did you intentionally try to throw that cane at me? Or did somebody try to throw it at me?
You know what's crazy? Because on my right hand, I'm feeling like that.
Yeah.
Right in there.
I think they're trying. Was you trying to get our attention with that cane?
I think I'm about spent myself.
Yeah, they seem spent too. I think coming back and doing another dowsing rod session.
During the day.
Yeah, would be good. I mean, that seemed to work really well.
I know we're going to wrap up here in a few minutes. It's been a long session.
Thank you very much for letting me come visit and talk.
Again, if you can see or hear us there, can you just, or you can wave at me by lighting up all the lights on the floor. I know that takes a lot of energy.
It's a good way to tell us bye. Just flash the lights and something move.
Do what?
Heard something move. Someone toward the bedroom. Something flashed on that box. I can't see this far away.
It's
I just know I see something flashing.
temperature.
Oh, okay.
Temperature and pressure.
Gotcha. Can we come back and talk to you some more? Can we do this again? I think they just petered out.
I think so too.
Which, I mean, you know, this would be the time of night they'd be getting some sleep.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's kind of
I bet you could come back around 3 or 4 and get some really good
in the morning.
activity. Yeah. Probably some good residual activity too.
I mean, I could always leave the camera
Yeah.
till it ends and pick it up in the morning.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Let's see, I'm gonna step. I've got a light out here. Let's see here. Let me turn this light on. We got all kinds of stuff. Somebody's burning something out here.
The brake does. The car followed up through here. Oh,
All right, let's see if I can turn this around. All right. Oh, so like I said, you know, we've had a great crowd on here tonight. Did a lot of different things. It's been a little bit of a quieter night. I'd like to thank Tiffany for coming on tonight and helping me with a few experiments there. It's and man, I appreciate you guys hanging to the end. Some of you have been on here for the last 3.5 hours. So
the main goal was to see if I change the energy when I come into the house.
yeah.
Which I think initially it definitely, whatever their intent was or their implied opinion, I don't know if that was good or bad, but so I mean I think it did initially, but you know, y'all been going so long, I think they're just tired out.
Yeah. And I hit a wall too just a few minutes ago. I think, well, not really a few minutes ago, but for a little while now I hit a little wall, but
They could be using a lot of your energy too. And if you're puttering out, they could be puttering out.
that's true. That's true. No, it's been interesting so far. I mean, I knew whenever we decided to do this one that there might not really be much activity. It might be off the chain. It might be kind of quiet, but it was cool to be able to test some different experiments and some different theories on this. Be interesting to go back, look at the reveal, and see what we caught on the camera while we were outside. Yeah, you know, there's just it was a nice night, and it was nice to kind of have a relaxed investigation where I don't know, sometimes it's a little, you know, you would think it would be a little bit stressful not knowing if anything's going to happen or not,
Yeah.
but honestly,
Sometimes I'm really good with having a quiet investigation. And I also find oftentimes the less you see and hear, the more EVPs you get.
that's true.
So, you know, just because it's quiet visually does not mean that they're not talking to you. So always go back and listen to audio. The quietest nights is when you get your best EVPs.
That's true. That's true.
At least that holds that's held true for me. So, you know, everybody wants to see lights and flashes and stuff, but the best investigations are often kind of mundane. And then in hindsight, when you go back and you're reviewing video and audio, you're like, wow, that place was so incredibly active and I just didn't know, you know, and you wish you had known. We went to one place and we had no idea the stuff that was going on around us. I mean, it was intense being there, but once we got home, we was like, man, we just had no idea how much danger we were in, really.
Oh, no, that's true. That's true. That was,
yeah, it was not a pleasant
no.
energy in the house, and it like to attach to women. But we had to get all the way home before, you know, we even realized just, I mean, it was bad enough there, but we got home and like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And so, you know, these quiet nights, don't let them fool you. And sometimes after last week, you have something big happen. It's nice to just come back down to your roots and ground yourself, center yourself. You know.
Well, and I tell you, you know, I think to kind of make this a little more complicated, because I wasn't really wanting to reveal, just for family privacy and that sort of thing. I wasn't really wanting to go in and reveal a lot. So having to ask some questions, I felt like the way I had to ask some of them was a little bit impersonal. I like to call people by their name and all that. And so, maybe it was a little impersonal too. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but
could be. I mean, my dad didn't even know his grandmother's name. You know, I was doing genealogy. I'm not gonna repeat verbatim what he said, but we just called her.
Yeah,
I don't know what her name was, but they called her Ma, but that's not what they called her. And I was like, "You're kidding." I thought he was joking. No, he really didn't know her name. And so it was common back then. I mean, one of my great grandmothers, she was known as Mama. Everybody in town called her that. You know, I mean, it's pretty normal around here for people not to know your first name.
Yeah.
And to call you some kind of nickname, or people that aren't even related to you call you Granny or Mama or Mama or Papa or.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, I'll play some of the stuff. If we do the show tomorrow night, I'll play some of the things that was captured during day investigation. But yeah, I mean, I would call it a success. It was fun. Again, the things you don't get sometimes really kind of heighten the things that you do. So, but again, I appreciate everyone so much for sticking with us. We have a pretty decent amount of people still on here. We're
a lot of good questions.
Yeah, some great questions, great interaction. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up so that I can get on to my house. It's been kind of a long day, but again, I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for an announcement tomorrow where we'll let you know if we're going to do a behind the screens tomorrow. And then on Thursday, going to be up in Kentucky there at Goblin Con. And so I hope you guys will come and check that out. And again, we may do a special live from the Night House. We'll see how it goes. But until then, just kind of stay tuned, watch for announcements and stuff. And two more episodes of Ghost Biker Exploration Season 8 coming up. And there are going to be some fun ones. So anyways, good night, everyone. And we will see you all very, very soon. Bye.